What's up everyone, this is Marcus at TradeSmith and I'm going to show you a new program that I joined called Warrior Trading Pro, and that is a program that I am in, been doing for 6 weeks, and I'm going to show you exactly what I plan to do with this small account challenge. So small win today with $91 in the pot. I did feel like I had a good handle on today's market. I am seeing that there are some things that are transpiring where there are some announcements in the Jackson Hole Symposium. Definitely been watching that, but outside of that, looking at small caps and day trading today, I just wanted to really get in on 2 stocks. Didn't really see the resolution on my executions like I wanted to, and we'll see that in the video, but we definitely had 2 good trades. Of course, looking at the first stock, which is PED, definitely an energy company. Just was looking at it, looking at how it began to form a 1-minute bear flag here. Looking for entry to get in on the first 5-minute candle to make a new high. Waited for the stock to gradually move up. Looking at the timer, seeing when we're going to be close to that next 5-minute mark. A little bit before these patterns emerge, I want to focus on making sure that I set my max shares, as well as I look at maybe a potential entry point. I'm looking at anything over $2, more like $2.10, but I did want to really position myself to be able to get in at a little bit before $2 so that I can play as it began to rise up to 210. So I did not wait for the 5-minute candle to make a new high, but yet I saw good entry because there are a lot of sellers today. I noticed that there are room when you see that 1-minute candle that is again getting ready to attempt that 5-minute candle to make a new high. So I just tried to do a little bit of a scalp move there, just to take what the bears are actually giving us. So that was a little bit of a space. Really resolved a good execution there on that trade. Took about I would say about 10 cents off of the trade, and I got ready for the second one. Now that I'm seeing that a 5-minute candle is resolving here to be a 5-minute candle, make a new high, I'm looking at a good entry point. I was looking at seeing if it holds the $2 mark. And when I saw that it was potentially holding that $2 mark, then I wanted to get in. And I believe I got in at 205 at some point here. But one thing I wanted to talk about on this second trade was that I felt like I got in at 205, which I entered in here. But I don't know what happened on my execution. I felt like I waited on it, and I saw it grind a little bit, and I just wanted to, you know, if it went below $2, I would have ejected right away and just took the loss. But I felt like I did a good trade on this one, but I did not get my order or something filled properly. So again, I'm in max shares, almost 1,000 shares on this one. And I'm seeing that it's going up to 215, and maybe there was a pop that went back up and down, or maybe the spread, something happened. And I am looking at this trade, and I tried to get out around that 210, 215. Maybe I was a little bit too late there, but it was basically a break-even trade, and I was a little disappointed in that. You can see me looking around trying to figure out what's going on. All right, so I'm still looking for that 5-minute candle to make a new high. I think the high was around, I think around 213 or so. You can see I jumped in at 215, got the same trade where I'm looking for it to potentially resolve. I saw that it pulled back real quick, but I do see some support buyers that are there. So I'm holding on to it just to see it resolve. And I noticed that, again, I may have got into this one a little bit early. Should have waited and maybe got it at a lower price, but nevertheless, 215, I did see it resolve still, and I was looking more so at level 2 to know whether to stay in this trade or not. And at level 2, I noticed that there are some buyers stepping up, but also I'm looking at the time and sales, seeing that it holds $2. I really wanted to get in at $2. It probably would have been a better move to get in at $2, because you can see, even though I felt like I was ahead on this trade, my execution was not the cleanest as well. So I'm in this trade waiting on it. You can see that it's pretty strong flat support at $2. So it's been holding up. So I've been just totally waiting for it to resolve. So it's going up to 207, then it may drop down to 203, and it kept grinding there for a minute. So I just waited until the trade began to go in my favor. Once I saw the 1 minute candle make a new high, that's when some of the bears start stepping in, but again, only to be combated with the bulls begin to step in, but only to be combated by the bears coming in. So it's still churning a little bit, but I'm looking for it to break that 215, 216 mark. So I really see that it's still a good trade to hold on to. Once it pops and it goes up, I tried to hit the sell, and I may be a little bit too late. Maybe I got to work on my hotkeys, but you can see the execution was not the best. So I'm going to work on my anticipating that trade. So you can see the execution was actually 2 cents lower. So I actually lost on that trade. But what I have to do is wait and expect for that level or that target to break. Once that 215 broke, it went up to 228 and maybe a half a second. I should have just went ahead and just hit to sell on the axe right away, because it's enough shares, enough volume for me to easily get in and out. So definitely felt like I needed to work on that second and third trade. Now I am looking at it knowing that I'm only have one more trade in the day. I don't feel good about PED after this one. I tried, this was the third trade on the same stock, and yet I noticed that I did not have good execution. So if you can tell, if I was to execute faster, it would definitely be very comfortable trades for me to make, as well as profitable. So I just got to work on my timing a little bit. I didn't trade for the last few days. So day trading is all about anticipation and speed, knowing your price target ahead of time, your entry point. So I'll definitely work on that. All right, the next stock that I begin to look at is VBIV. This is biotech. Looked like they had some news yesterday afternoon on preclinical trials for Corona. I did look at this stock a little bit, and it was on my list. I saw that in the beginning of the day, it did pop up, and it, definitely start showing signs of strength. I wanted to get in a little bit early, but I was just a little late on this stock. But I did notice that it just started breaking the high of day. Now, when it started breaking high of day, normally the stock would be on a high day Momo scanner, which I did not see it on my Momo scanner. So if you all saw it, please let me know. But it seemed like it should have shown here. I probably would have seen more buyers step in to take advantage of that first 1 minute pullback, but I thought it may be a good entry point. So I did set my max shares on this one and looked for a good entry point. I start seeing that it may test $5, and I wanted to see it break over that $5 mark. So I started setting my order window to be at a little bit over $5, $5.04, and then I set it for max shares at that point. And I'm looking for a play between, really I was looking forward to when it breaks that $5 mark, knowing that there may be people that see it on a high day Momo scanner again. But I also wanted to see it pull back, and hopefully if it would have pulled back to like 480, I wanted to get in. But I noticed that it was holding pretty much the previous high. So I'm seeing that previous high, which was right around 490, really like 485, which is located right over here. I noticed that it was pretty much holding that. So at some point, I felt like it would be good just to get maybe a 10-15 cent move. So I put my hand on the buy button, wanted to get in. I think I got in at 492, and I was looking for it to break that $5. And when it does break the $5, I was going to get immediately out of it. So I got in at 492, and I was anticipating it to break right away there. But when I saw that it did not break, that was my first concern. You saw that nice strong green candle with the bottom tail, and all of a sudden it did not move. And we were at the 5-minute moment where it could have been a 5-minute candle to make a new high, which is what I was anticipating. Once I saw that that did not resolve, I instantly just exit out of the trade. And the reason why you want to do that is because if something isn't resolving right away, normally that's a sign of a false breakout. So at that point, I just kind of watched it, and when I saw it fade off a little bit, I knew I made the right decision. I began to count my trades. I was disappointed because that was my 4th trade, and I am sticking to my trading plan. So I do 4 trades a day. I do have a max loss. I have a target of only $150 a day if I can make that until this account, until I hit a home run. If I do hit a home run, if it comes to me, great. I'm gonna stick to it. There have been times that I tried to swing and hit a home run only to swing for the fences, and I had a big loss a few weeks ago. But since then, I've just been focusing on base hits. It's a small account. I trade this account, then I go work in a simulator to become a better day trader, and I also focus on swing trading options, and also just swing trading some small caps, which isn't ideal, but that's what I've been doing recently. So definitely want to work on making my trading day a little more productive, and be aggressive when I need to be aggressive, and know when to step out when I need to step out. So had a good day overall with $91. I do want to know, what are some of the things that you all are doing to increase your execution speed? Now, there are things that I am using hotkeys, but I'm talking about more of your trading plan. When you're looking at a stock, your entry point, are you looking to take 5 cents out of the market, 10 cents? I think when the market is weak, it's good to look at a certain target, and then when the market is strong, to also have a target. So when I feel like it's weak, I may only shoot for a 5 to 7 cent run. If I see it, hit that immediately, get out of the trade. And if it's a strong market for the day or for that month, I may shoot to get that 10 cents out of the market. And then, of course, if something does come up, of course, I will take that 20 to 30 cent move that happens. But that's rare, and that's a home run that I'll hit whenever I cross that that line. So I definitely want to know, what are some of your thoughts on that? So if you like this, please subscribe and let me know. Leave a comment on what you are doing to become a better day trader. This is a new channel. For more tips and tricks on trading technology, hit the like button and go to TradeSmith.io.